Hi and welcome on my channel. I'm Oscar, I'm a French climber. I've been climbing for more than 18 years now, and today my focus is climbing competition oriented, specifically bouldering comps. Today I'm training with a friend of mine. We're actually just gonna climb today. We went to a really good gym where the slabs are really great. They said really good comp climbs, and the slabs especially are really good over there. So I am actually the guy who's climbing right now with the blue shorts, and the friend who's with me today is Gab, a guy that's super strong at slab climbing. He's also really good at other kind of climbing, but slab is really something that he excels at. For instance, the last competition that we did together, I didn't even make it to the finals, and he won this competition. And in the finals, he was the only guy to do the slab. He did it in like 2 tries, and the others couldn't do it. And he was good enough on the other climbs that the other guy just couldn't reach back to him. So anyways, we had a good session with Gab. We not only did slabs, we also did other kind of climbing. There were just not as many slabs as we wanted to get on, so we had to do other things. One thing that was really useful as for climbing with him was that he reminded me of things that I don't do often enough, that I don't do automatically. For instance, on this climb, he was really telling me that I don't get my heels low enough when I want to smear on volumes or on bad holds in general, like sloppy holds. It's something that I know, that I try to do a lot of the time, but it's not automatic. So if I don't think about it and I don't think of doing it, like I don't think it's gonna be relevant, I just don't do it. And he was telling me that it's actually something that's relevant a lot more than I might think it is. So he was telling me that I should just do it more often on this kind of climbing. Like if I have to smear like on the bad foot, which is like super flat, super sloppy, it just should be something that I do straight away. So yeah, I ended up doing that move, like the last move that's pretty harder than the rest before. I wasn't as static, as solid as him, but still I could do it, so that was really good. So there we switched to the best boulder of the session. It was a really cool slab that was just difficult enough, so it took us a couple of tries to get all the moves and a couple more tries to be able to send it. Actually, I wasn't able to send it. I didn't have the time and I just didn't have the level to do it that fast. I wasn't far though. I was close to doing all of the moves, but Gabriel just did it in a couple of tries. Pretty much the main difficulty of this slab was about swapping feet on this middle foot that I just tried to swap feet on. But still, the moves before were quite complex, and afterwards too. It was really a pretty long boulder, and the ending, the match on the last hold, was really quite difficult as well. So for me, the foot swap was really super intense. For Gab, it was like a difficult move, but it wasn't that intense. He did it in a couple of tries. I think it took him 3 tries probably. But then when he did it, he was like straight away in a good position to be able to just keep on going to the other moves, to the next move of the boulder. And for me, that wasn't the case. I probably did the foot swap once or twice, but when I did it, I just landed so bad on the foothold that I just couldn't keep going. The first time that I did it, I completely panicked because I was feeling like that my foot was so badly positioned on the foothold. So I just tried to keep on going, and I was so panicked that I just couldn't do that. I just fell off. Second time I tried that. Second time I did the foot swap. Gab had told me that if I did it again, I should be able to reposition my foot by smearing with the other foot, with the left foot on the big black volume. So I tried to do that because that's what he did, and when he did it, it looked just fine. But it did seem possible for me to do it. I could understand how he did it, but when I tried it, I ended up slipping off the volume. I could see how it was possible, but at this time when I did it, I just felt like my smearing wasn't good enough, and that's what cost me the rest of the boulder really. So this try that you just saw from Gab was a try from the ground. He did all of the moves. He ended up there just having to match on the last hole. But what happened was that he didn't have a chalk bag with him. It was a really warm day, so next try he just took that chalk bag with him, chalked up a little bit just before going for the top, and that's just what he needed to be able to do it. So after his sand, I had my 2 best tries on this boulder. On both occasions, I ended up doing the foot swap. So the first time was the time I felt so panicked, I just didn't think of using the volume to smear and to readjust my foot, so I panicked and I couldn't do the next move. On this time, I used the volume. I was able to replace it a little bit, but I just fell off, as I said, and then I was just not able to do it again. We didn't have a very long session, so we had to move on. I had to put it aside for now and come back another time to be able to send it. I also gave a try just once on the last move to see if I could do it then, but it was really hard and I didn't stay low enough. I didn't use balance well enough to be able to match that finish hole, so I just couldn't do it. So that's when we left Slab to go do some more overhanging boulders. This one was a little bit physical at the end, but mostly the boulder was about this swing at the beginning. It was a quite complex swing, at least for me. I couldn't do it very quickly. Gab, he didn't flash the boulder because he lost a try just like that. But then the next try when he did it, he could do the swing very easily. Yeah, that was just really good from him. Thanks to this boulder, he could remind me of something else that I just didn't think of using on that time. And this time it was that I didn't focus on, when I do the swing, going outwards from the wall when I start it and pointing inwards in the wall at the end of the movement. So that meant for this movement, going really outwards when I kick on the wall with my left foot to then go more inwards inside the wall at the end of the movement. So there were actually 2 things. There was the outside-inside thing, and also the fact that when I push on the wall with my left foot just before going for the swing, my left foot is too high because I'm a bit scared of putting weight on it, of putting weight vertically on it, and that's something that he actually did very well. So when I saw that, I focused on being confident on that left foot, and yeah, the first thing was about going outwards then inwards, and that's just as opposed to just trying to go in a straight line, parallel to the wall. That could be something that works, but the thing is, on this kind of move, because it's so long, you have such a long distance to cover. If you try to go parallel and just straight, automatically your body will just start inwards, and the more you go, the more you get going on the move, the more it will come outwards, off the wall. And then we moved to an even more physical boulder. There was still a notion of coordination in the middle, as you're gonna see, but it was much more physical than the previous one. Someone that's really not very good at coordination but really strong could definitely do that move as opposed to the climb just before. Yeah, this climb was actually really cool. I think it was the first hard boulder that we did in the session, but I put it at the end there because I wanted to do a slab oriented session and slab video as well, so that was not really the point of the session, but I just put it in anyways because it was just so good. We really enjoyed it. The move in the middle really like so nice to do, and even like the beginning and the end was cool. So it was good looking. I think it was a really good boulder overall. And now let me show you how Gabriel is not only stronger than me technically, he's also stronger than me in the fingers. I might be someone that's like enjoys crimping and who is not bad at it. Gabriel is just so strong in his fingers. Like this boulder was of the highest difficulty of this gym, and that's the only one we tried that day. And it revolved around a crimpy part at the beginning, like the first two moves, which I just could not do. Like you're seeing me train it, and I just couldn't do the first move. So I asked him if he could just push me into the position so I could start the second one, so I could try the second one. But even like when he helped me to get there, I just couldn't move of the first position. I just actually couldn't hold it. So that just shows how strong he is. In the middle there was a difficult section on slopers, but I think the hardest part was the first part and the end on those screens, which you just saw Gab tried. I think yeah, no wonder how he just won the last competition we did, and I didn't make it to the finals. So yeah, that was a really good session. I hope I can go back there soon, and with Gab or with someone else that's really strong like him. That would be cool. So yeah, thanks for watching and see you in the next one.